Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson, and I'm explaining Concept Challenge 9.6, which is photoperiodism. Photoperiodism is just the organismal process or organismal response of a plant to a photoperiod, which is just an environmental stimulus that allows the plant to detect the length of night and day, which vary among the seasons. And it's important for a plant to be able to detect seasonal periods in order to perform processes like germinating or budding or flowering. In the diagrams in figure 31.16 and 31.17, the bar graphs are divided between day and night by the yellow and gray bar graphs respectively. And looking at figure 31.16, some plants are called short day plants, which means that they require a shorter day period than the critical length of a day, which is demonstrated by this line here on the diagram, which is also to say that they need a longer night period in order to flower. If the short day plant is exposed to an environment where there's a longer day, then it won't flower. If it's exposed to the longer night period that is required, but there's a flash of light inside of that long night period, then that flash of light interrupts the plant's ability to flower. Now, it works in the reverse way for long day plants, which mean that the plants need a longer day period in order to grow. If a long day plant is exposed to a longer night, it won't flower. But if that long night period has a flash of light in it, that flash of light interrupts the long night period and allows the long day plant to grow because it's exposed to that light. Now, looking at figure 31.17, it demonstrates this process again. If there is a longer day period, then that long day plant will be able to grow. If there's a longer night period, then the short day plant will be able to grow. The flowering of plants is controlled by its night length and how much light is exposed in that night length. If you look here at the third bar graph, you see that there is a red light shown, which works the same way as the light shown here in figure 31.6. That red light interrupts the process of the short day period flowering, but it is beneficial for that long day plant. However, if you show the red light and immediately after show a far red light, the far red light reverses the interruption that the red light imposed on the long day plant, and therefore on the short day plant, and therefore the short day plant it has no trace of that interruption and is able to continue to flower. And that same process works for the last two diagrams. If it ends in a red light, then the short day plant, the flowering will be interrupted, but the long day plant will be able to flower in the long night period. But if it ends with a far red, then that far red again, it interrupts or it reverses the interruption that the red light imposed and allows the short day plant to grow, and the long day plant will not be able to grow.